Hey everybody, welcome to today's webinar. My name is Jonathan Lahey. I'm the team leader here at the Fine Living Group. And today I'm going to talk to you about the 5-step game plan to create a steady stream of ready-to-go leads and clients and generate a high six-figure business in a shifting market. Hey everyone, let's go ahead and get started. My name is Jonathan Lahey. I'm the team leader of the Fine Living Group, and I want to welcome you to today's presentation. It's so great to have you here. And today I'm going to share with you the 5-step game plan that we use to create a steady stream of ready-to-go leads and clients and scale our business to 7 figures per year, all without cold calling or other old school methods, and all without spending tons of money on marketing. Ultimately, I want to share with you what you can do to make sure that you're a winner this year. Now, today's presentation is going to have huge consequences on your business and on your future. So I want to ask you to grab a notepad, grab a pen, get ready to take some notes, and get ready to make some comments. And we are going to have a great time. We're going to deliver some amazing content for you that's going to be transformative, and it's going to allow you to execute and create the business that you want. So who is this actually for? This webinar is for real estate agents that want to win big. Whether you're a newer agent looking for your first transaction, or you've already done deals but don't have consistency, or you're an experienced agent looking to join a team and build a bigger business, or maybe you're just exhausted and burnt out and you know there must be a better way. So again, my name is Jonathan Lahey. Back in 2013, I founded the Lahey Group, my real estate team. I'm also the owner and partner of Remax Fine Living. A few years ago, I contributed to a book and I co-wrote with Mr. Jack Canfield. He's the guy who wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul. And guess what? The book that I co-wrote with him also became a best-selling book. So I'm a best-selling author. I'm very fortunate to be able to use that title. I'm also a keynote speaker. I've spoken at numerous real estate conferences, and I've coached and trained hundreds of agents to grow to 6-figure and 7-figure businesses. Here's what's going to happen. In the next 30 minutes, I'm going to show you how to get as many clients as you want right now, even if you don't have a large network or a big list. The exact strategy that we use to build a 6- and 7-figure business efficiently, even if that seems ridiculous for you right now. And also in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to show you how to create consistency in your business and get off the real estate cash flow roller coaster once and for all. Also, I'm going to show you in the next 30 minutes how to provide world-class service to your clients and get them even more than they expected without hiring a large staff or having massive overhead. And then if you want to, how to scale your business, create predictable income and a real business through systems and leverage. So if any of those things appeal to you or resonate with you, then you are in the right place. Ultimately, I want to share with you how to do all of this without cold calling or other old school methods, without spending tons on marketing, and without it taking 10 plus years. We want to shortcut your success on today's web training. So if all of that sounds great, if that's what you want, if that's what you're here for, then you are in the right place. My promise to you and my goal for you is an exact repeatable system to generate ready-to-go leads and clients for your business and scale as high as you want. I hope you'll agree that the result is going to be awesome. It's going to be time well spent. I'm going to deliver tons of value and give you some actionable things that you can use right away. Again, there's no theory on this webinar. It's just the real stuff. One thing I ask of you is that you commit to the focus and attention that you need to get the most out of this webinar. So right now, if you have other windows open like Facebook or Instagram or Twitter and all these other things, I will ask that you turn all those things off for just the next 30 minutes so that you can get the most out of this webinar and so that you can implement it and achieve everything that you want for yourself and for your business. So you guys, before we get into the really good stuff, I just want to take a quick pause and ask you, why did you get into real estate? What was the reason? Think back. If you're new, it's not that long ago, but if you've been in real estate for a while, then you might have to think back. But think back to why you got into real estate. And if you have your pad of paper, write it down. Write down all the reasons why you got into real estate or why you love the idea of getting into real estate. Why did you get in? Like, I got into real estate because I wanted to be my own boss. I saw the potential of creating a business that's gonna serve my own life. I also love the idea of having a fancy lifestyle, getting the respect from my peers, also having the flexibility with my own time, and having an unlimited potential of earning money. What's your reason? And whatever your reason is, I want you to plug back into that. Whatever you're passionate about or whatever inspired you to get into real estate, and really remember why you got in. Now, you guys, here's the part of the webinar that you may not like, but I have to share this news with you because you have to know about it. So we all got into real estate for these awesome reasons, and yet the bad news is that the statistics in real estate are really, really poor. 50% of agents leave the business after 1 year. 75% of agents leave the business after 2 years. 80% of agents make less than $100,000 net profit per year. Those are terrible statistics. And then I start to ask the question, why? If this is the best business in the world, then what's the problem? What's the problem? The real estate market is hot. Prices are soaring in most areas. There's tons of new technology pouring into the real estate industry. And it seems like all agents are crushing it. So again, I started asking myself, what is the actual problem? I mean, why are agents failing? And when I did the research and I talked to hundreds of agents, here's what I discovered. The real problems that we believe we encounter in real estate are, number one, most agents do everything themselves. And if you've had clients, if you've sold a home, if you have listed homes and sold your listings, you have realized that there are a lot of things that you have to do for every single client. For example, on our real estate team, every time we put a house on the market, there's over 196 things that always have to happen before the house gets activated on the market. When you have one client, maybe you can take care of that. But when you have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, then things starts to fall through the cracks. What else is the problem? Trial and error to find business. Spending money on the next shiny object. No schedule. Most agents love the fact that there's no schedule, but that's also an issue. No schedule, no structure. What about the individual sport and culture, or low or no coaching or training? And which means if you have no coaching and no training, nobody's keeping you accountable and not taking the right risks. You know what, guys? The system is broken. Most brokers just care about recruiting and profit. They don't really know anything because they were taught the DIY, do-it-yourself, figure-it-out strategy. And you may have heard that before. Most brokers don't know how to leverage technology, and most brokers are afraid of change. But I care. And our goal is to help agents solve these issues. So, does this sound like you? Do you wake up some nights wondering where your next lead and client's gonna be coming from? Do you use the hope, wish, and pray strategy for attracting clients? Hopefully somebody calls me, and I wish somebody would call me, and I pray that somebody actually calls me. And do you have some months where you're overflowing with clients and business, but you can't seem to maintain it for multiple months consistently? And do you see other people in the business making the kind of income that you want, but you just have no idea how they're doing it? Does this sound like you? I'm sure that some of these things may sound like you, and I know that this is the part of the webinar that you may not want to hear, but I have to share these things with you because we have to know where we are in order to see where we're going, and you need to know where you want to go. And I guarantee you, and I promise you, that the content you're going to hear here today is truly going to be a game changer for you in the business. If any of those sound like you, guess what, guys? You are not alone. Have you ever chased that shiny object and spent tons of money on marketing only to get frustrated and get no results? And when you talk to leads and clients, do you try to be positive, but deep down, all you can think about is your next commission check? Do you secretly feel like the clock is ticking on your time in the business if you can't figure it out soon? If any of those sounded like you, you're not alone. Many agents have been there. I want to reiterate that if any of those previous things sounded like you, or you're encountering any of those problems or challenges, I have really good news for you, because on today's training, I'm going to share with you the 5-step game plan to turn all of that around. But first, I also want to give you a little bit of a market update. If we're in the marketplace, this is something that we need to be aware of. The shift, is it coming soon? Or are we already in the middle of a market shift? Only 4 times in US history have home sales been higher. And usually it's a sign of a shift. And this is the chart showing the last time the market shifted. Not only are the statistics not good to begin with, but we are already either in a market shift in a lot of areas or we're coming up on a market shift. And if you look at the data here back in 2006, you can see all the homes being sold. And by 2012, and you can see when the market started to shift, by 2012, 26% of realtors were out of business. That's 357,000 plus almost 358,000 real estate agents out of business, 26% within a few years of that market shifting. The bottom line is a lot of real estate agents aren't going to make it. The deck is really stacked against us. Almost all agents aren't making it. And then on top of that, we may have a shift that's going to eliminate a bunch of agents as well. Here's what I want to submit to you. Why is all of this a tragedy? It's a tragedy for agents because they're getting out of business where they could still be successful. It's also a tragedy because people need your help. Buyers and sellers still need your help. Think about it. It's not just about your income. How many people are working with bad agents because the good ones just can't attract any clients? And you owe it to the marketplace to provide amazing service. The bottom line is that there are all these people who are not doing well in the real estate business. And despite what Facebook and Instagram profiles would have you believe, less than 2.5% of these agents are making over $100,000 a year. And 90% of all real estate business is controlled by 10% of agents. We know that's a statistic. So we know that the real estate industry is booming, but only a small handful of agents are actually thriving. So and the question I want to ask is, what do the winners know that everyone else doesn't? And that is the question that we are here to answer today. So if you got a little distracted, maybe you got a text message or an email or you checked your Instagram feed, I want you to put all that on pause and get into this training, because this is what we're about to answer. What do the winners know that everyone else doesn't? And the first thing that I believe they know is that they know that if the cards are stacked against you, reshuffle the deck. If the statistics are against us and the market might be against us, then what we need to do is reshuffle the deck. I have met with hundreds of agents, and what I have discovered is that all of those things that we mentioned before, from the lack of accountability and the do everything yourself mindset, none of those things are the real problem. Those are just the symptoms. The real problem and the real reason why agents aren't successful is because they haven't made the 5 shifts. The winners have made 5 critical transformations in the way that they think and the way that they do business. And we are going to talk about those in just a second. But for right now, I want you to know this. Once you make these shifts, you'll have complete control over who you work with, how many leads and clients you attract, and your monthly cash flow. You can generate as many ready-to-go leads and ideal clients as you want, whenever you want, and with ease. You can say goodbye to all those crazy clients, and you know who I'm talking about, who are unreasonable, who are demanding, who's calling you 24/7, who asks for rebates. And you'll operate from a place of certainty and confidence every single day. You'll get to sleep great at night knowing that you have a successful, predictable, and profitable business. And you'll push through 5, then 6 figures per month faster than you ever thought possible. And even if you're nowhere close to that right now, that's okay. You'll end up working less and earning more and have freedom in your business. I don't know about you, but I'm into working less and earning more. I'm going to show you that. I don't like these guys who come out online and just keep on saying, you got to work hard and work harder and work more. No, that's not what we're about. We're about working less and earning more and having freedom and having fine living. And you'll do all of this while tapping back into the excitement into the passion, into the inspiration that you first had when you started in real estate. Or if you're brand new, you'll never lose that excitement. So if you're excited about all of these things, then let's rock and roll and make it happen. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've met successful agents and unsuccessful agents. And the difference between them is not what you think. A lot of people think it's just skill, but skill level does not necessarily determine income level. Tony Robbins says that 80% of your success is psychology and 20% of your success is based on skill. And I've studied people who make 6 and 7 figures, and what I've realized is that some of those people, the top achievers, the best of the best, were doing things differently than everyone else. So what I did is I started to look at what they were doing, and over time I realized that there are 5 things that top producers know that everyone else doesn't. And I started incorporating those things into our business, and it started working. And then I started helping others to incorporate these shifts into their business. And that started working, and suddenly those people were achieving amazing results. So the bottom line is this, you guys. There are 5 key shifts that you need to make to take your business to 6 figures per year and then 7 figures per year. And while you enjoy more freedom in your business and in your life, and I'm going to walk you through all 5 of them on this training. Now, you guys, I know that you want to learn all the cool market stuff and all the things that are going to bring you clients and all that, and we will get into that. But I have to tell you that the first shift, which is bring the passion, may be the most important one, because without passion, nothing else matters. Being passionate is at the heart of everything that we do. Be passionate about helping your clients achieve their goals. And if we don't have that, then we are never going to go help them achieve their goals, which means we're not going to achieve our goals. So shift number 1 is bring the passion. Having passion is at the start of everything that we do. You need to be passionate about creating an awesome business for yourself and for achieving your goals. Be passionate about the things that you do in the business and learn how to create leverage for the rest. Passion allows you to help your clients achieve their dreams. You don't have to be passionate about everything, but there's got to be something in real estate that you are passionate about. All right, so if you're not passionate, then you'll just be going through the motions and your clients will be able to see it. As my old football coach used to say, when you go through the motions, you're here. You're dressed, you're wearing your suit, but you're just not into it. If you're not passionate, you'll also just be in it for the money, and your clients will sense that. Now, don't get me wrong, being in it for the money is totally fine, but if you're just in it for the money and you're not passionate about helping your clients and helping yourself, then your clients will be able to sense that. And last, if you're not passionate, you'll have commission breath, and your clients will be able to smell it. Commission breath is when you look at your clients and all you see is that commission check. Now, on the flip side of this, when you are passionate, then you love what you do, and your clients will really feel it. You'll care about getting amazing results for your clients and show up excited, energetic, and enthusiastic. Results come because people are attracted to others who are excited, who are enthusiastic, who are energetic. And when you show up this way, and when you are passionate, that is the foundation for everything else. And that is why bringing the passionate attitude mindset is the first shift you have to make. Tony Robbins said this: success is 80% psychology and 20% skill. The psychology, the attitude, the mindset, the passion, that's what matters. So the second shift is move away from old school methods of gaining clients to client attraction. Stop chasing clients. Start attracting them. Ask yourself, wouldn't you rather have a business that's centered around attracting clients to what you do rather than the old school methods of getting business? What are the old school methods? What are the old school methods? Pounding the phones all day. Door knock homes all day. Call expired listings and for sale by owners every single day. Spend thousands of dollars mailing postcards to neighborhoods for years. Spend tons of money on marketing, online leads from competitive websites, or pay a huge referral fee to other websites. and then wait for a really long time. Does this make any sense? People teach these strategies to take your money and keep you busy. And when the strategies don't work, their answer is typically do more, work harder, or wait longer. The old school way, the problem with all of this is that it takes a really long time and you're super frustrated and you get to ride the real estate roller coaster of income with the odds that are stacked against you. And when you get it wrong, here's what happens when you get this wrong in real estate. All of the challenges and issues that you're going through right now will just build and build, and you'll rack up debt. And one day you'll realize that you need to go get a real job, and that will be that. And you'll always wonder what could have been. But if you get this right, you can create a business that is actually predictable and profitable and have the life that you wanted and deserve. The strategy that we use is very simple. It works and it creates the ideal business. You work with clients that you want to work with, not all those crazy clients that you don't. You provide amazing service and you can scale this as much as you want. The client attraction system starts with identifying your ideal client. First and foremost, who do you want to work with? You attract them into your business, utilizing online and offline systems, providing an amazing client experience so that it's a win-win for everyone. Then you will get referrals, and this snowballs and builds on itself. Obviously, this is a very oversimplified, and it's tricky because you have to figure out who your ideal client is, how to get them, and how to get them attracted into your business. You have to create the right online and offline systems, and you have to be able to provide an amazing experience. But once you get this system dialed in, your business really becomes predictable and profitable so that you can hit your income goals while providing an amazing experience. If you don't have all of this stuff right now, don't worry about it. Most of the people we've worked with don't have any of this. Don't sweat it. We can show you how to do all of this. And when you do it the new way, you shortcut your way to success and you get predictable results fast while providing an amazing experience for your clients. Let me tell you my story because this is exactly what we do. It's exactly what I did with my personal business. My personal real estate business does just under $3 million in commission income annually. But if you look at my story, back in 05, from 05 to 09, I averaged 4 homes a year. By 2012, I was stuck in that income real estate roller coaster where I was spending so much money on marketing, but I was not able to get the conversion and the return I needed. And by mid-2012, I was facing bankruptcy. I had contracts that I had ratified that were falling and failing, and my buyers weren't able to get their financing approved. And one after another, I couldn't close these deals. And the deals that I was hoping I was going to close I was going to use that money to pay my credit card bills. And my plans failed in 2012. I remember mid-2012, I was facing bankruptcy. But then something happened. I made the 5 shifts that I'm sharing with you today. In 2013, I founded the Lahey Group, and we don't use any old school techniques. We've created a business with leverage that funds our perfect life because it's built around being passionate and it's built around client attractions, which were the first 2 shifts. In 2019, last year, we were so fortunate and honored to be able to help and change the lives of over 230 families. And we closed over $80 million in sales volume. And now that we've gone through those 2 shifts, I want to share with you shift number 3. Create leverage, not headaches. When I got into real estate, I noticed that agents were doing it all on their own, the old way, doing everything on their own. And maybe this is the way you're doing it too, but the old way is to do everything on your own. What they tell you is do it on your own until you're doing enough production to start hiring staff. This is a bunch of BS. You don't have to do it that way. Here are some myths that other real estate professionals believe. Myths like, I have to do everything myself, or my clients will only work with me. What about this one? No one will do it as good as me. Or I must always be available. It doesn't have to be this way. And I want you to be open to the fact that you can create leverage without adding payroll, without adding staff, and without adding a bunch of headaches. Here's the truth. Your clients want a result. They don't care about you. I hate to say it that way, and I don't want to offend anyone, but that's the truth. They don't care about you. Here's the other truth. There are other people that can actually do some of the tasks around a real estate transaction much better than you. The proof is in the pudding on this. When I first started, I did it like everyone else. I went to a training and they said, well, you have to do a certain amount of business or transactions before you can start leveraging and hiring people. So I tried to do it myself. And the results on the administrative side were so terrible because that's not what I was good at. So what I did is I switched it up. I made the shift. I started creating leverage the right way. And my business went through the roof like I showed you earlier. So do you want proof that I don't have to do everything on my own? Because of doing it that way, here's the results. Over 480 5-star reviews from Yelp to Zillow to Facebook to Google to Trulia. The new way to create leverage and not headaches is to put the client in the center of the transaction, not you, not the agent. Surround the client with an amazing team that's going to deliver a fantastic client experience. This can be structured any way you want, but the trick is to do this without taking on massive overhead and headaches. Again, if you don't have that right now, or you're not sure how to do that without creating massive overhead or headaches, don't worry. We can absolutely show you how to do that if that's what you want. And I want to share with you Trina's story. I want to introduce you to Trina. Trina Larson, licensed back in 2014, an amazing real estate agent, amazing, somebody who loves to serve her clients. She got licensed in 2014. Between 2016 and 2017, she averaged 6 homes sold per year because she was doing it the old way. She was doing every part of the transaction on her own. In 2018, she was recommended by one of her business partners to join with us and to talk to us. And so she adapted and she made the shift. In 2019, just last year, she went from selling 6 homes a year to selling and closing 28 units, over $10 million in sales volume. Her business grew by 466% in less than 12 months because she made the shift. She went from doing every single thing on her own to making the realization that, you know what? If I put the client in the center of the transaction and we focus on the client experience and we put other people around the client who's better than themselves, better than me or herself, the client's going to have a better experience. And she was able to leverage other people's skill set and it freed up her time to focus on her client. And that's why this shift number 3, is to create leverage, but not headaches and not massive overhead. You all know Richard Branson. And this is what he said: the art of delegation is one of the key skills that any entrepreneur must master. The art of delegation is one of the key skills any entrepreneur must master. All right, let me tell you about shift number 4. Surround yourself with winners and with mentors. You know, the top performers and athletes always surround themselves with people better than themselves, whether it's peer-to-peer or a mentor or a coach. Everybody has blind spots, and you have to be willing and able to allow others to point them out to you so that you can stay on track. You are the average sum of the 5 people you hang out with the most, and that's so true with your business too. So let me tell you this. There are 2 types of groups or 2 types of locker rooms. And you figure out which locker room you're in right now and which one you want to be in. All right. Locker room number 1 is all about monies and splits. You can have me before we agents who are nice but utterly selfish and still produce for you. You can have cutthroat competition, backstabbing, gossiping, and stealing agents who do it for the money and greed. You get to win in the short term but lose in the long term if that's actually your approach. The second type of locker room is the kind of locker room that shares your mission, shares your beliefs, shares your values. In fact, the main focus is to provide value, which is the ability for someone to learn and gain insight that automatically results in a positive change in their behavior. After your interview with people, do you think people will be less or more excited to hear from you again if your focus is to provide value? The answer has to be more, way more. All right, so the winning locker room. This is how you know if you are in the winning locker room. Do your team members openly and readily disclose their opinions? Are your team meetings compelling and productive? Does your team come to decisions quickly and avoid getting bogged down by consensus? Do your team members confront one another about their shortcomings? Do your team members sacrifice their own interests for the good of the team? How about this? Do your team members, do they seek to be successful in life and be the best version of themselves and have more of a positive attitude than a negative attitude towards business and life, and are not afraid to take action and fail forward and push you to think bigger and grow and genuinely care for you as a person and a professional? If you answer yes to those questions, then you are in the winning locker room. If you don't answer yes to those questions, then maybe you're in the wrong locker room. When you're on a winning team, you naturally start learning how to charge a higher commission and get paid what you're worth. You become a real estate expert in your market. People look at you with respect. Clients come to you. You eliminate all of your limiting beliefs and you give up unnecessary control that allow you to focus on what you love doing in the business. I love the saying, losers assemble in small groups and complain about the coaches and other players. Winners assemble as a team and find ways to win. Are you surrounding yourself with winners? Are you surrounding yourself with people who are better than you, or are you not? So here's our mission, because you want to start with why. Here's our mission. We are a systems-oriented real estate team with a mission of creating raving fans by serving big, changing lives, and making a difference. We exist to inspire, empower, and equip those around us, positively impacting their lives and others around them. And our values, our number one value is we love, we care, and we serve. We hunger for growth and learning. We give back. We make a difference. We focus on gratitude and humility. And we choose integrity in doing the right things. All right, I have showed you the 4 important shifts, but I would have to say that the last shift is the most important of all, because you have total control over it. And it's what will allow you to 10x your business or keep you in the same place as you are today. John Maxwell said this: the best way a mentor can prepare another leader is to expose him or her to other great people. All right, shift number 5 is that you have to transform yourself. Create accountability. If you truly want an amazing, successful, predictable, and profitable business, you have to take yourself to the next level. And the first question I want to ask you, if you still have that pad of paper handy, is what is your big why? Why are you doing this? What are you in it for? What do you want to create? What do you want to build? What do you want for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones? What does success look like to you? I have to tell you guys, if it's just to pay the bills, that's not going to last very long. So what is your why? I want to share with you a photo. My why. My why is to build a legacy. It's not just a legacy within real estate. I want to build a legacy for my family. I want to create a family, a business that serves other people and also serves my family so that I can spend quality time with the ones I love. What about you? I also want to be able to create a legacy and build a legacy with all the agents that I get to serve and mentor. And I also want to build a legacy by serving and making a difference. And we partner with nonprofit organizations, helping others, changing people's lives. And when you combine all of those things together, those are my big why. And so ask yourself, what is that for you? Take a few minutes and write it down, either now or after the webinar. You need to understand why you're doing this. You need to know your own big why. So transform yourself. Every successful high performer in the world follows a system, has a plan and a system. Think about it. The best athletes in the world, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and LeBron James and Olympic athletes, they all have this. They have a system. They have a plan, and then they have a coach to make sure that they execute the plan. That this shortcuts your success by bringing new ideas, systems, and accountability. And you have new ideas right now that would not have been there if you didn't make time for this webinar, right? So I want to ask you a question. How much money did you earn in real estate last month? How happy are you with your business? If you're not happy, you need to be someone else, and you need to do new actions and have accountability so that you can have different results. And this is the circle that I want you to follow, but it starts with being the person that you want to be. A lot of people get this wrong. They think, well, if I have the money, then I can do the activities, then I'll be that person. That's backwards. You first have to become who you need to be to make it happen. You have to do the actions that are going to be required, and you have to have accountability so that you can have different results. And that is what transforming yourself is all about. Because think about it, if you just keep on doing what you've always been doing, or keep doing all that stuff that you've been listening to, you might scrape by. You might make it, do a couple of deals here and there, but are you truly going to have what you want to have if you don't transform yourself? See, Albert Einstein had it right. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again and expecting different results. And that is not what I want for you. In order to transform yourself, you need a system. You need a plan. You need a mentor, a coach to make it happen. Just like every top performer in business, in sports, and in life. And ultimately, what I want is I want you to have that business and that life that you want and that you deserve. And I don't want you to become a statistic. Here's the bottom line. The statistics may be against you. 50% of agents leave the business after 1 year. 75% of agents leave the business after 2 years. We also know already that the market may be against you. Remember, we talked about a shift that's either already here or it's coming. And we talked about what happens when that occurs. So if you want to win in real estate, which I want for you, the way to do it is not to follow that old school advice and everything that you've heard, but it's to do the 5 shifts that we talked about on this training. Number 1, bring the passion. Number 2, client attraction. Stop chasing clients. Start attracting them. Number 3, create leverage, not headaches. Number 4, surrounding yourself with winners, with mentors. And number 5 is personal transformation. You choose today whether you want to transform yourself or not. Now, in addition to these 5 shifts, I want to make sure that you have the guidance, the system, and the plan to create the business and the life that you want. And the time to do that is right now. So now you have a choice. You can take the information that I've given you today and you can forget all about it, or you can keep using the strategies that don't work and continue to do all that old school stuff and all the same things over and over and over again, and all the things that don't work. You can keep struggling to get clients. You can keep riding the real estate business roller coaster, some income 1 month and then none for the next 2 or 3 months. You can keep on chasing that shiny object and throwing money down the drain and keep suffering in the business. And I'm sure you'll be able to grind it out, waiting for those few leads to come to fruition or those couple of deals to close. But eventually, you'll have to get a real job or leave the industry like the other 50% of agents that will do that this year. Or you'll keep struggling and make less than $100,000 like most of the agents do. Or you can make a different choice. You can make the choice to create a business and the life that you always wanted and that you deserve. You can create a business that consistently delivers ready-to-go leads and clients that you deserve every single day. Clients that you love to work with. Clients that you get to serve, and ultimately you get to do the stuff in real estate that you've always dreamt of doing. And if that's what you want, then here's what I have for you. My team and I have set aside some time in the next 48 hours to speak to you personally about how you can apply these principles and ideas to your business starting today. Now, whatever your biggest challenges are, we've seen them and we know how to overcome them. It could be that you cannot attract consistent stream of clients, or maybe you're just not sure where to find the clients. Or maybe you're getting beat out by others who are spending thousands of dollars on marketing, or who are cutting their commission, or maybe you're new and you're not sure where to begin. Whatever your challenges are, I promise you, we've seen them and we know how to overcome them. And on this call, we will work with you to craft a step-by-step game plan to hit your income goals for this year, whether that's $10,000 a month or $30,000 a month or more, and to attract the exact clients that you want to work with and create the business of your dreams. And by the way, the cost of the call is absolutely free. Now, we have some very simple criteria for this call. Number one, you must have a burning desire to be successful in real estate. Number two, you must believe in the be, do, have mindset. And number three, you must be committed. You must be committed to delivering amazing results for your clients, because these are the things that are important to creating a successful business. So if that sounds like you, book a call now. Now, you might be thinking, Jonathan, why are you doing this? You have a successful business. Why are you doing these 30-minute phone calls? I do this because I love giving back and helping real estate agents achieve their goals, and because I'm passionate about helping real estate agents become successful in this business and not become a statistic. Plus, I know that you might want my help to create the business of your dreams. If so, we can discuss it and see if it's a good fit for both of us. And if not, that's fine too. Either way, we will get total clarity on your business and your goals. You'll get tremendous value, and it will be the best 30 minutes you've ever spent working on your business. It's going to revolutionize how you think about the business, how you act, and how you help your clients. So I want to invite you to book a call with us right now. A button should also have appeared either underneath this video or to the right of the video, somewhere on the screen. If you see that button, you can go ahead and click it. If you don't see the button, no worries. Just go to calendly.com/findliving. It's super easy website to remember. It's calendly.com/findliving. Just go to that link right now. There should be a button here and again. If not, you can always just type it into the browser. When you get to that page, you're going to see a calendar page. All you have to do is pick whatever time works for you and sign up for an absolutely free breakthrough session. After you sign up, you're going to see another page with about 5 or 6 very quick questions, just so that we can get to know you better. And then at the time you pick, we're going to get on that phone and we're going to have an awesome session. It's going to be the best 30 minutes that you've ever spent on your business to create that business and the life you've always wanted. Again, guys, people really love these sessions and you are going to love it. So you're going to get tremendous value out of it, because I want to make sure that you win in real estate and not become a statistic. So again, click on the button or type in calendly.com/findliving into your browser and let's get on the phone. Spaces are limited as there's only a few of us on our team and the calendar does fill up. And you guys, before we go today on this webinar, I just want to share one more story, one of my favorite stories, and that's the story of Isti. So Isti averaged 2 homes sold per year between 2011 and 2012, and she knew she can do so much better. She knew she just needed more leads, more clients, more opportunities. So in 2013, she joined with the Find Living Group, and in 2019, $10 million in sales volume, ratified and closed 26 units, and grew her business by 650% since joining us. And that is just one of the stories of successful agents who have implemented these strategies that I shared with you today. So if that's the type of thing you want, if that's the type of success that you want, if you want to talk about your business, if you want to transform your business and really create the business and life that you want, and I want to once again invite you to go ahead and click the button right below or to the right of this video, or just go to calendly.com/find living, pick a time that works for you, and let's talk. Like I said, today you have a choice. I've shown you what happens to most real estate businesses, and I don't want you to become a statistic in this amazing business. I want to make sure that you win. So go ahead and book a call with us. I'm so excited to chat with you. Again, I'm Jonathan Lahey. I want to thank you for tuning into this webinar. Go to calendly.com/find living, and we will speak to you very soon.